2020 Democratic nomination continues, and celebrities such as Michelle Obama and Bernie Sanders nominate for Joe Biden. Today, we'll look into the vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris and what it all means for the US and the Democrats. This is the Presidential Race Special. Now, as the first Black Asian American woman in the vice presidency, let's look into what it really means for Joe Biden and the future of the Democrats. Welcome to the program. I'm Junsung Lee, working from home in Seoul. August 11th is the day when the campaign of Joe Biden, the Democratic presidential nominee, officially announced its vice presidential running mate, Kamala Harris. She was one of the 20 Democratic presidential candidates last year, competing with Joe Biden.
But Vice President Biden, do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America then?
No,
do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed.
Well, there was a failure of states to integrate public schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision. It was a local
decision. So
decision.
that's where the federal government must step in. That's why we have the
Voting
Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. That's why we need to pass the Equality Act. That's why we need to pass the ERA, because there are moments in history where states fail to preserve the civil rights of all people.
I have supported the ERA from the very beginning.
Now, Kamala Harris grew up between a Jamaican father and an Indian mother in Berkeley and graduated law school at the University of California. She climbed her way up, starting from a local district attorney's officer to a San Francisco district attorney, California's attorney general, the first black top prosecutor, and the first Indian American U.S. Senator. During her magnificent career, she went after big banks, the pharmacy industry, for-profit colleges, and oil companies for justice as an attorney general. She is known for her talent on communicating with people from various fields, such as elite prowlers and local neighbors. Her experience and talents put faith on her duties as vice president as not too far left or inexperienced. She also has the power to stabilize the Democratic state and cooperate with the Republicans.
I was raised to take action. My mother knew that she was raising 2 black daughters who would be treated differently because of how they looked. Growing up, whenever I got upset about something, my mother would look me in the eye and ask, "So what are you going to do about it?" That's why, when I saw a broken justice system, I became a lawyer to try and fix it. It's why, during the foreclosure crisis, I took on the big banks as California's Attorney General. It's why, as United States Senator, I have fought to represent people like my mother, people who politicians often overlook or don't take seriously. Right now, America needs action. In the middle of a pandemic, the president is trying to rip away health care. While small businesses close, he's given breaks to his wealthy donors. And when the people cried out for support, he tear-gassed them. America is in crisis, and I know Joe Biden will lead us out of it. He's a man of faith, decency, and character. He raised his family that way. I saw it firsthand with my good friend Bo. As Joe says, we're in a battle for the soul of this nation. But together, it's a battle we can win. We just have to take action.
Furthermore, her selection urged more black voters to join the Biden campaign in the midst of the Black Lives Matter protests, which paved the way for Biden to win Trump in the swinging states polls. A quite different atmosphere compared to the 2016 Hillary campaign, which was an all-white candidate. In the long run, it also hints the future of Democrats as young, diverse, and cosmopolitan. On the other hand, criticisms remain on Kamala Harris, especially on her unclear ideology and specific visions. In her past career as an attorney general and a top prosecutor, her decisions faced backlashes from certain groups and was harshly criticized by objecting the three strikes law and ending the death penalty for criminal justice in the US. On the next episode, we'll look deeper onto the critics and why voices remain that Kamala Harris is not enough for the vice presidency. The Presidential Race Special continues here only on LG's Global Broadcast.